Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I got something exciting to tell you. I'm in a wheelchair, right? 'Cause I lost my leg due to a car accident. It got severed off. So I go to the doctor today and I'm waiting to get blood. And this guy is really heavy, man. He's got a boot on his leg. So he's this black guy. So I said, "Hey, man, what's wrong with your ankle?" He said, "Oh, no, I got an ulcer on the bottom of my foot." I told him, try to get fresh air and sunshine, it'll cure it. And so when the beta van came, there was a lady in there. She was in the back. And I got in the back, but the front seat doesn't move back. This guy's like, 320 pounds. He's really overweight and he was struggling for him to get in. So he was getting in, he fell. And the driver grabbed him, but he kept falling. There was a little ramp on the wheelchair. So I wheeled down and I grabbed him with all my body weight and under his arm and pulled him up. And I was like, yeah, that felt good. And his shoe came off. So he got in the back. They switched with the lady. She got in the front and then I had to put a shoe on, and it was a black guy. Proves I'm not racist, because if you put a shoe on somebody, that's very humbling, to do that, So, but I didn't mind doing it because I jumped into action, the good Samaritan, proud of myself, pat myself on the back. I hope everybody can help somebody today, because it gives you such a good feeling when you help somebody. You feel like you got self-worth and you do good, and living a long, happy life. The key to it is helping people and helping people. Remember that. Helping people. Do something for somebody today, even give somebody a smile or say hello to somebody it gives them their personal dignity back. Even if you see a homeless person, remember, man, he's having it rough. Once you hit homelessness, there's like an 8% chance that you get out of it. There's a the odds are so much against you. Once you have nowhere to plug your phone in, you're living in a shelter. You got kicked out at 7 in the morning. You're out. The shelter. Then you got to get in line for a bed at the shelter. There's hundreds of people. It's violent. It's dirty. It's drug infested. I was in the one in L.A. I got a car accident and lost my leg due to that accident. And I had staples in my head and broke some other bones, and I was going to get a $3.5 million settlement, minus the 33%, which the attorney ended up saying he was getting entitled to 50, but I did write a paper saying he could get 50%. But you know what he did? He stole my whole settlement, left me homeless on Skid Row. So I lost my job as a trainer at UFC. Dogs got killed. I had a SWAT standoff in 2015, 7.5 hour SWAT standoff. Cut my wrists during that SWAT standoff. I didn't want to surrender. I wasn't suicidal. I just didn't want to surrender. I'd rather die than go where they were taking me. I didn't know they were the police. They're all out there in army uniforms. I honestly thought the army was there for me, and I was going to get waterboarded and put in a private prison with no phone. It scared the daylights out of me. It wasn't fun. But then I ended up staying in the shelters, and sometimes hotels, my attorney would pay for a hotel, but when the check came, he forged my name on the check and stole the whole damn thing. The FBI, the LA district attorney, and the division that takes care of the traffic. What is that division called? It's DMV division, something. Motor Commerce, God, the Division of Transportation. Sorry, got a Division of Transportation. They oversee the insurance companies. So the insurance company wasn't making me an offer, and they were dead wrong. What the accident was absolutely not my fault. 150% not my fault. My passenger got killed in the accident. It wasn't our fault. It was a getaway vehicle, abandoned vehicle left on the freeway. The one that hit us from behind. All three insured by State Farm. Honestly. The policies were taken out 3 weeks prior to the accident. This was in Arizona. This happened. It's called the Gorge, this area where I got in the accident. They were staging a car accident because all three people, one lived in Southern County, California, one lived in L.A., and the other one lives somewhere in L.A. too. But they went to Valencia, California to take the policies out. All cars got insured 3 weeks prior, 3.5 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, all prior to the accident. It's kind of funny when they live 6 hours apart, but they all go to the same claims adjuster. Scott, I'm not going to give his last name during this podcast. I should, though, but I'm not going to. He's a scumbag. I called him up. I said, your fraud killed somebody. You're going to jail. He goes, good luck. They didn't do anything. Communist California. You could get your money taken by an attorney, and do you think the state bar is going to do something? They didn't do shit. They didn't do nothing. They didn't bust a grape. And then they told me, sorry, we can't give you the $100,000 insurance. That's for malpractice. Your attorney committed theft. That's not malpractice. You need to talk to the DA. And the DA goes, oh, it's a civil matter. I go, it's not a civil matter, man. After I got my settlement stolen, I called the FBI up and said, hey, the attorney stole my whole settlement, millions of dollars you're talking about. If they first hung up on me, I called her back. I said, how dare you hang the effing phone up on me? I just got $3.5 million stolen from me. I'm calling you because you guys handle cases like this. No, we don't take cases like that. Wrong, liar. You do. But they don't care in California. They don't sue each other. Attorneys hardly ever sue each other. Doctors, if a doctor hurts you, you're in bad shape. If you don't get a good attorney, a lot of states are different. Like I wouldn't have had my settlement stolen out here. I'm in South Dakota right now, and I had to come out here because it was the only place I could live. Everything. Once I became, I was a UFC trainer, an MMA trainer, uh, and I trained guys for years, heavyweights. I could do it out of my sleep. There's a striking coach. He teach boxing, and I was the best of the best. Now my career's gone. My dogs are dead. My dogs are like the humans to me. I had a Czechoslovakian German Shepherd, a Pit Bull, Roman Cane Corso, a little Rottweiler. No, two Pit Bulls, sorry, Rottweiler and Czechoslovakian Shepherd. And that Rottweiler he got poisoned. They poisoned him to somebody, and he died right next to me. He went outside, and we were all staying inside. Everybody got their spot when they lay down. That's how you keep dogs in control. You don't let them take each other's spots where they lay. They don't let them go in each other's bowls and play with each other's toys. Just take it, if they steal another bone, you scold them for it. It's a good way. You can take your shepherd, turn him upside down, put him on his back, and hold him. Don't press him down hard. Hold him firmly, but don't put pressure hard on him till he submits and lays still. Once he gets still, then you let him up. That's how the dog understands I'm the alpha male. When the dog's on his back, he's submissive. So, and I used to do protection work with them. I got from the CIA, trained my dogs, and I watched how he trained them, and I learned how to train dogs. And he was a radical dude. He thought I was radical. I thought he was radical. He is radical. He's crazy as heck. They were going to do who picked him up? I think it was National Geographic was going to do a whole year, weekly show on him, the way he trained dogs. He was excellent at protection work. He was like that. Somebody could just do something naturally, like a champ could fight. They just do it natural. They could do it out of their sleep. They could fight out of their sleep. I train people out of for boxing out of my sleep. I teach defense, how to stop punches, how to trap punches. How to slide, turn, weave, go down, weave underneath, and just all the footwork, the angles. There's a lot that goes in it. It's a science. And I was like, here, you teach him. See if you can teach boxing. You can't. You hold in the mitts a certain way. It's a technique to it. Some guys hold them way out here. You catch close to your face. They don't hold them way out here. Nobody, has a head. When he's trying to punches here and punches here, he's throwing inside. Close. People got to learn how to hold mitts. There's some good mitt work trainers out there. I've seen some guys doing some good mitt work. Credit to them. A lot of great jiu-jitsu coaches, Muay Thai coaches are relatively pretty good. The jiu-jitsu coaches are usually excellent. You learn jiu-jitsu because you go slow. The problem with boxing is people get pushed into sparring too soon. They don't know how to have their defense down. So I take guys and I tell them for 5 months, you're going to learn defense, you're going to learn footwork, you're going to learn angles. And then when you first spar, you're just going to spar using a jab. You jab me, I jab you, and you learn to stop that jab. You can slip the jab, but you can usually stop it, parry it, pick it with your hand, trap it with your hand, whatever you want to call it. Stop it in him, a jab. So once they're confident that a punch comes towards them and they are able to stop it, they go, I got this. And then the next time they spar, you tell them just 1-2s, no hooks, no hook to the body, no combinations, just 1-2. And then they learn, the right hand comes in, boom, you trap the right hand. Eventually you learn just underneath the right hand, or you can slip the right hand, but or you catch a right hand on a right hand. That's very risky. You need to be really skilled pro to do it. Yeah, I've seen guys do it. It does work. I mean, you step over, hit that right hand, and then hit him with a left hook right hand or power jab right hand. Um, so the guys spar too soon. They get pushed into sparring, they get hit, boom, boom, and they don't know how to get out of the way of these punches. So they're sparring, and guys that know how to fight, sometimes they take it easy on you in sparring, but they're still hitting you hard. So it's traumatizing you somewhat. Boom, especially the guys hitting hard. A lot of guys, already got a mean streak in them, and they'll try to take you out. The first time you spar, if you're coming into a gym new, you got to be careful. You got to be on your P's and Q's. It's serious stuff you're playing with. Boxing is serious stuff. You get your jaw broke, your neck broke doing MMA. You gotta know your stuff. But sparring, I don't let guys spar until 5 months, and then I weed them into sparring, and then I let them go. Only 2 rounds, and then he'll eventually go more than that. I had a guy that I took that it was 171 pounds, 5'11", fought a pro, an MMA pro, who was 6'6", 241 pounds, ripped to the bone, and had one of the wicked, most fast leg kicks I've ever seen. And he's got long legs, very dangerous. He'll take your leg out. You got to check that kick on him. Plus, he knew how to throw punches. I trained him after 6.5 years. He was very, very fast and dangerous. But I loved it. But I got my career taken from me. We're getting put in a wheelchair. But so today, what happened? This guy was getting in a car. The guy that was at the doctor, Daryl, was getting in the vehicle, and he fell out of the front seat. He was so heavy; he's like 350 pounds. This guy, he fell. The driver tried catching him, but he's still falling. So there was a little ramp close to the van. That's how I had to wheel up into the van. So I turned around, I pulled my wheelchair fast down half the ramp, and I grabbed him under his arm, pulled him up. I felt good, man. That good. I already told you the story. Said it again. Made me feel good. And then I had to put a shoe on him. That was humbling. And that made me feel good too. That's what Jesus wants you to do, help people. And Jesus is not a fictitious, mythical character. He's not an apparition. He's not, second on your list because he is who he says he is. There was a guy named Jesus Christ that walked the earth. Greek, Arabic, Roman history talks of him. Israeli history talks of him. Here's the difference. Did he get raised from the dead, or did he just die as a regular person being crucified? That's the decision you need to make for yourself. That's a life-changing decision. Jesus comes in, he confronts you. Sometimes people are like, hey, don't do that again. I appreciate it if you don't talk to me that way. Nobody likes getting corrected, but a humble person will go, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I won't ever talk to you like that again. No problem. That's not you're punking out. That's just having respect. You see a lot of guys, they're in the Marine Corps, combat veterans, and then they become senators and they speak, humbly to each other. And look at Trump. He talks with a smile and laugh and joke, and he got almost assassinated twice. And that's what we know of. I wonder how many other people are thinking of doing it. He's still, it's a little scary because he's radically changing the government. But anyway, I just wanted to make a Instagram video because TikTok kicked me off the platform 3 times. They shut my channel down for these community guidelines violations, which are total BS. They were total BS, man. Misinformation to the public, and what I said was factually true. It was about January 6th, but you can't talk about January 6th on TikTok. You can't talk about COVID on TikTok. Can't They don't let you, uh, disinformation to the public, medical, disinformation, because saying a COVID shot is risky. It's not. It's not even a vaccine. It's not even approved by the FDA. The vaccine. So, and the fact is, a lot of people got cardiomyositis from it. A lot of young people got, some people died from that COVID injection. Plus, some people got help from it. So, I wouldn't take it. I didn't need it. I got an immune system. It's called herd immune system. You got an autoimmune system that works just fine. My immune system's good. I hardly ever get sick in my life. Hardly ever. I got sick this year, first time in like 30 years that I remember. I had a chest cold for a week. I was bragging how I didn't get sick, and then I got sick. Kind of funny how God humbles you. But I don't want to get old. I want to die at 64. If anybody's with me, put in the comments who want to die at 64. If you have been with me this long in the video, I think dying at 64. I'm 60, 64 years old. I don't want to live past that. I see old people. They're all white haired, wrinkled face, shuffling their feet, friggin' old. It's really hard to move. Who the hell wants to go through that, man? I ask God to stop my heart in 4 more years. I just want to see who the next president is, and I'm ready to go home. I don't know if he'll do it. I'm asking him for it sincerely. I'm going to keep praying for it every day. Because I have a friend that I know for 41 years, and God forbid she died before me. We were so close. I don't know if I'd be able to take it. She's like my sister, my mother, my friend, my daughter sometimes too. We have a very strong friendship. Very good. We're bonded together. She's my soulmate. I lived with her for 11 years, broke up, and we stood best friends, and she's helped me through my life. She helped me through my addiction. If it wasn't for her, I would have got through my addiction. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be in a beautiful apartment right now in nice South Dakota, which is a beautiful day today. The sun came out today, which is so beautiful because we've had a rough winter, and I hate winter and I hate cold. But I just wanted to just ramble on and just talk about a lot of things. uh, Last thing, I like what President Trump is doing. I know a lot of people might not like Trump, but I love him. Elon Musk is not going to steal your Social Security check, gut Medicare, or gut Medicaid. They already said they're going to leave those essentials in place. They're just talking about the fraud, waste, and abuse, which is epic. It seemed like they were trying to crash our economy with all these billions of dollars going out to NGOs, non-governmental organizations, going out to billions of dollars from uh, what the vision that they just do. They're in the Department of Education now, and they were in um, I can't remember the agency they started with, in the International Food Agency, to 90 million to go to a queer gender in Bangladesh, and, transvestite show in Ireland, another 90,000, millions here, millions there, billions here, $2 billion. This lady had a nonprofit organization. She had literally $100 go through her checking account the whole time she was open. And Joe Biden gave her $2 billion. I wonder what she did with that 2 billion. I think she's living in a mansion now, living good. I think so. I think she. I wish I would have got that loan for 2 billion. But in a sense, then I say no because I don't want to fraud my own country. I'm a patriot, and patriots don't do that. It's tempting to take the money, of course, but the right thing to do is no, man. I don't want to deplete my own country because I don't want to be part of that. I want to be part of building up my country, making it a better place. And if you hate this country, man, there's the door. Get your ass, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. But if you want to learn our language and respect our country, come through the ports of entry. I don't even care if you came through legally. If you can speak the language and you want to work or get assimilated in the community and not planning on hurting anybody. But we can't have 20 million people come over the border in 4 years. The way they were coming over was unsustainable. Our economy would have crashed. They're using up all the community resources. Communities only have so many resources to help people with, and migrants are getting beds over, American citizens over veterans. That's wrong, man. Sorry, you just got here, dude. You haven't built anything in this country. You didn't build a house, a bridge, or tunnels, road. You didn't work on a railroad. You didn't put in work in this country. You grow up here. You didn't pay taxes your whole life. um, been paying taxes, still pay taxes every time I buy something, I'm getting taxed. So nobody likes, taxes suck. Anyway, I got left in a wheelchair, homeless on Skid Row. I took off out of Skid Row, came to South Dakota, got a beautiful life, everything, got beautiful medical care. I go to the gym every day, work out. Um, I'm trying to drop some body fat now. That would be cool. All right, you guys, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, where else was this going to go? Facebook, uh, what other, Rumble, Twitter, and that'll be it. And take care. It's Rocky the Dog Show. God bless you guys. Love you guys. Take care. God bless.